Morning, Marty.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, what are we talking about today?
Top 5 reasons modern dating is so hard.
Oh, you're like tailoring all of these to me. I appreciate it.
It's not just, it is, and it's not. It's you and plenty of others too,
All
but
right.
yeah.
I mean, it's just the greatest odds that we'll hit on something you need help with.
One 102.9 W4 Country and Waves. It's Luke Bryan. Good morning, 741. The Breakfast with Bubba show in the morning with Bubba and Madison Rowley.
Good morning.
We have Brian Welch with the forecast.
Pretty sunny with highs in the upper 80s.
And it's a Monday. That means it's time for the Monday morning Jumpstart with Marty. We bring him on to help your week start off a little bit better with some tips for navigating life. What are we talking about today, Marty?
We're talking about the top 5 reasons modern dating is so hard.
I feel like you sit at home and gear these towards me.
I'll tell you what, I've been just puzzled by this whole thing, and I still am a little bit. So I've been researching this because I have a lot of patients that, they're out of relationships and they want to date, and the demands and challenges right now are just, I can't quite get a grip on it. So this is what I've come up with through research. And I'm not finished yet, but kind of cracking that nut.
All right. Go to, if you want to watch us live, we're on W4 TV.
Yeah, you can catch it at facebook.com/W4Country or youtube.com/W4Country.
Absolutely. And chat with us off the air. We'll start in with Dr. Marty about dating next. It's 742 at 102.9 W4 Country and Jake Owen, Barefoot Blue Jean Night. All right. Did you have a good weekend, Marty?
I don't know. It was okay. I mowed the lawn. I had so much to do. I couldn't get it all finished.
That's what we were talking about this morning too.
Is that right?
It's just lots to do. Did some things, but didn't get anything done.
I know, man. There's just too much.
Yeah, I literally didn't do anything yesterday.
But
I took the cat on a walk, and that was like that's the whole day.
But you did do something.
Yeah.
You recovered. People need to schedule recovery time and not feel guilty about it,
But I tell you what, it is so, me, it's so weird and so out of my character to just like not leave the house for a weekend. And I mean, I did a little bit on Saturday, but Sunday I stayed home.
Do you think that's good or bad?
No, I think it's good.
Yeah, me too.
I wanted to stay home this morning too.
That would probably be bad. You got to show up to work.
So who is here? Phyllis, good morning. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Peter. Hello, Rhonda. And Sharna's here. Hey, Sharna. Chime in. Let us know if you're watching. Our viewership is a little low this morning, but
Everybody decided to stay home and
it could
stay
grow.
in bed.
All right, we're about 1 minute back.
Maybe everybody's feeling a little slow today.
So what is it, Marty? The top?
Why dating is so hard. 5 reasons modern dating is so hard. And it is. It's different right now than it was when I was going to say on the market, but I don't think I was on the market when I was shopping.
Right? Like the last time I seriously dated was 24 years ago. And it's a whole
It's different, isn't it?
Oh, it's way different.
So you'll have a lot to say about this. Yeah.
Stand by. Here we go. Definitely his signature hit right there. Jake Owen and Barefoot Blue Jean Night, 7:45 on a Monday morning. That means we've got Dr. Marty to help us through with the Monday Morning Jumpstart. Dr. Martin Fletcher from Renew Hope Counseling, the Shepherd and the Shrink podcast is here with us right now on W4 TV.
You can. There you go.
There you go.
You can catch that at facebook.com/W4Country or youtube.com/W4Country.
So why modern dating is so hard, 5 points for us. And why don't we dive right into it, Marty?
Let's dive right in. Number 1, hookup culture. That wasn't even a phrase when I was, I've been married since 1997. And online dating was just it was still weird back then, and we
In
didn't have this.
1997, it was AOL chat rooms. I mean,
Right.
that was the extent of like online dating, wasn't it?
No, there was, because I worked with someone and I thought, oh, okay, that's a little weird or artificial or something like that. Now it's the standard, and these new kids that are coming up, that's all they've known really. We don't date anymore. Not like we used to. Matter of fact, the word has gone out of the vocabulary. They say, my kids that say so and so's talking to someone. Now, talking to someone was absolutely just casual. So that phrase has replaced dating. People aren't going out as much. And look, with the hookup culture, I hear some horror stories just creep. You know, like you say, hey, how you doing? I'm doing fine. And next thing you know, you got a picture that you didn't want come through your phone.
Yeah.
You get that a lot, don't you, Madison?
Well, I don't even say, hey, how you doing? I just get the picture.
Yeah, it's weird, but a lot of
Like, why would that even enter a guy's mind that that's a good thing to send?
You know what? That's a great question. I've been asking it for some time now.
because there's a lot of that online, and my opinion is he must have been successful before somewhere, or else you wouldn't have the audacity to do something like that.
Because I don't know any girls that would work with.
Well, I don't know what the odds are. It is,
And
but
you don't run with a fast crowd.
I guess maybe not.
yeah, but generally there's this learned helplessness thing where we go for a goal, we fail, we go for a goal, we fail, we go for that goal, we fail, and then we go, okay, this isn't going to work. Course correct. I don't know. There's someone out there who, no matter what you do, someone's going to like it. Let's put it like that.
And then what I've discovered is each dating app has a different feel to it.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
there are a couple that are just like straight up hookup apps.
Uh-huh.
Is there one for someone who is serious and says, look, I don't want to play around with this mess. I want to date someone. I want to get to know them. I want to maybe have a relationship. And that's the goal.
I don't
tell
think
you
you can
what.
find that in an app, can you? Because you're just sitting there swiping, and you can't there's no way to really look at someone if you're just sitting there looking at pictures and swiping.
I've met someone. We've gone out a couple times,
Uh-huh.
and on Hinge, which is a dating app.
Which that's their branding too. They talk about they're the dating app that's meant to be deleted.
What?
Oh,
Well,
like you meet
because you
somebody and
meet
just-
someone.
you're
It's gonna
successful and
work.
you decide
Okay.
you don't need a dating app
And
anymore.
theirs is based a little differently. They want you to engage in a conversation. You're asking each other questions or, commenting on things.
Yeah.
A
There's
lot of swiping.
Yeah, and next week I want to do just why because men get a lot of the blame for this, and some of it's deserved, but I want to do that next week because what I'm learning through the research is that guys are like the top 10% of that pyramid is getting all the attention. So you have 90% failure rate, right down at the bottom, but we tend to generalize, and we kind of miss the point.
All right, more with Dr. Marty coming up. We're talking about why dating is so hard, and we'll get more with that with the Monday Morning Jumpstart. We want to start your Monday off just a little bit better with some tips to navigate life. Let's find out how your drive into work is going with a check on your W4 Country traffic.
94 running smoothly right now. 23 is running free and clear. We are seeing a little heavier traffic on 96. That is the eastbound side starting around Kensington Road, continuing off and on past Milford Road. Also heavier on 275 northbound starting at Ford Road. That continues off and on up through the M14 and 96 interchange. Actually, in a couple directions there, it's a little slower moving the southbound side. And as you're headed on to M14, you're going to see some slower traffic right through there as well. 275 northbound south of 94, we are seeing a little slower traffic intermittently starting south of Sibley Road. That continues up past the airport. And on the southbound side, heavier traffic off and on from 94 down through Sibley. If you have a tip for us, 734-623-1029. Traffic is sponsored by Safeguard Soap and Sanitizers, and that's the latest from the W4 Country Traffic Center.
If you've ever thought of joining a country club, why don't you join where the three of us belong? We're all members of the Polo Fields Golf and Country Club, and let me tell you, it's just such a nice, relaxed atmosphere. Nothing stodgy or snooty about it. I'm not a stodgy or snooty person. I don't like snooty people. I like just relaxed and kick
Just
back.
chill.
And that's Polo Fields. And I tell you what, they've got membership packages for golfers and non-golfers alike that will really fit any budget.
Absolutely. If you are a golfer, golfer, you're going to love their championship golf course. They have a lot of practice options for you as well, including the long range, the grass tee range. They've got that state-of-the-art golf simulator to help you keep your swing sharp over the winter or year-round, really, and golf lessons for all levels as well, plus that wonderful golf shop with PGA professionals there ready to help you out. They have fine and casual dining. That brand new outdoor patio overlooks that beautiful golf course. They have activities for the kids and a fitness center. You need to go check it out at polofieldccmi.com.
All the information you need and the contacts to get membership are right there. polofieldccmi.com. I'm going to hold that other live off till the next break because there are no lives in the next break.
And there's only 45 seconds of recorded spots in this break.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Who's with us?
Hey, someone plugged the podcast.
Hey, look at this, though. Hang on. We got to say happy anniversary to Kim.
Congratulations.
Yeah, happy
Got
anniversary.
married
That's an accomplishment, isn't it?
today. Good morning.
Stay together 24 years.
Yep, Marty, that's an accomplishment.
It is. I think it is. I mean, it's a lot of work, a marriage is, and you got to be wanting to be good at it, I suppose, to make it last.
So I want to know so I was actually thinking about this when we were on the air. I want to know what dating apps people are using now.
Yes, me too. I want to know, and also what's the vibe there too. And I wanted to.
But this is interesting to me too. She said, new dating app, Words with Friends. I've known some people who started conversations with people on other apps, like the game apps or like TikTok or apps that are not made for dating, and they just kind of struck up a conversation and started dating.
I like that. You connect on something else, and get a little trust going.
Yeah, your mutual love of fake Scrabble.
Right.
Well, at least you're less likely to run to a creep. He's like, I'm gonna be creepy on Words on app.
Well, it feels like it might be a little more
Words
authentic
on
if you meet
with
someone
friends.
that way.
Yeah,
that's what
I
I'm thinking.
deleted the hookup app. It was just freaking me out.
I bet you have some tales to tell.
Probably not here.
But not here.
Right.
No, the things I've heard, man, I wouldn't repeat. I wouldn't want you to have the image in your mind of things that people have gotten through their phone. It's disgraceful. Naughty. Thanks for.
Shame.
Yeah.
Cindy's comment's kind of funny.
What is it?
Married at 16, not pregnant. Still married for 42 years.
See, that's good. That's old fashioned. See, that's Little House on the Prairie old fashioned. But we've lost our rituals too. The dating rituals are going. You pick her up, take her to dinner, get the drop her off,
do a mating dance, that sort of thing.
flex. Yeah. Thanks for the plug, Lori. Somebody listens to my podcast and the show. Also, I don't watch. No one watches TV, but do you see relationships anymore? Like when I was young, long time ago, you had shows and things that showed a family functioning together, and and there was value in it, and the guy wasn't a buffoon.
You mean current shows?
Yeah, what shows it, because it's. I mean, look, the family's like that's your protection.
Just ended, but that was a
pretty functional family.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because we should show both. We should show people who are, dealing with challenges of, broken homes and things. And
isn't every family dysfunctional though at some level?
Well, yeah, at times.
I'm just going to blow through this song because we're kind of tight on time this hour. So just stand by. 102.9 W4 Country Beers and Sunshine. That's Darius Rucker. We're the morning show that makes you feel good. More with Dr. Marty coming up after Thomas Rhett. Country again. It's 7:55 at W4. Right back with you. Let's do that. Stop that and delete Florida Georgia line. No, we'll move Florida Georgia line and delete that other one. Move, delete. 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 All right.
Katie makes a point here.
What is that?
She thinks that they should be shamed.
Who should be
People who send really inappropriate, I would think illegal, but I guess it's not.
White
Photos.
bullying.
Well, when there's no cause,
That is not acceptable.
Yeah.
well, it's the same with other bad
you would have
behavior.
to ask for?
Say that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
all
think
right.
it's the thing you'd have to ask for. Like, I don't think just sending it is appropriate.
Yeah. The unsolicited. Because I understand people want that stuff too.
But if you,
I
but if you were to do that in public, you get arrested. But why is it okay through a photo?
Mm-hmm. And why? I don't understand. I don't understand the mentality behind someone saying, I'm going to send a scandalous photo to somebody that I don't know. Like, I would never do that.
And
you know what?
I do it to people that I do know, let
That's
alone
my
people that I
pitch.
don't know.
Yeah, this is the best I got. I'm gonna take my best shot.
Here's
Send.
what I think is my best quality.
I mean, is that legal to do that? I mean, you can't do it in public. Like, you can't be driving around your car and do that.
I don't
That's
know
true.
if it's legal or not.
No, because we keep hearing about, people who accidentally share photos or whatever, and there's no like repercussions for that.
I think it's that
Yeah.
that P word that's online that some people are getting addicted to. I think that has a lot to do with it.
P word.
4 letters.
4-letter P word.
Oh, porn. We can
Porn.
say porn.
Oh, we can? I don't know, man. I'm not a professional.
I was thinking something else when you said P word, but then you said 4 letters.
Oh,
Huh?
wait. I'll get us some more trouble just trying to keep us out of
shorter than
trouble.
What I was expecting.
Sarah says she's checked them when she's gotten them. Who wants to see it? When I don't. Who wants to see that when I don't even know their last name? No respect for themselves. Yeah.
Mhm. I just think it's that dopamine drive that gets, gets cemented in and locked in through the P that people are watching. That stuff is dangerous, kiddies.
When you put it that way, though, Marty, it sounds like you're talking about urine.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It's through the
I can't. It's so hard to talk about this, without getting in trouble.
4-letter word and the 5-letter word.
I like to call it specialty interest literature.
Oh, come on.
I'm probably very rare for a guy, but I like pornography. Is just,
I agree. I think it's disgusting, but whatever.
People
I'm trying to
like
do
more or less than we think they do.
I don't know. Stand by.
more.
That's what I thought.
102.9 W4 Country and Country again. It's Thomas Rhett. Good morning, 7:58 in the Breakfast with Bubba show in the morning. We're the morning show that makes you feel good. Thank you for listening along. You could watch us at W4 TV.
At facebook.com/W4Country or youtube.com/W4Country.
We've got Dr. Martin Fletcher here from Renew Hope Counseling, the Shepherd and the Shrink podcast with your Monday morning jumpstart. Why dating is so hard. Number one, hookup culture. What's your second point, Marty?
Second one is the emotional ups and downs. So everything's so fast right now. Like back in the day, you would maybe get your heart broken once or get rejected once a year, twice a year, something like that. But right now it's so fast that you're left thinking, why did he ghost me? Did I say something bad? And then it can shake your confidence because it's really a distortion of natural, courtship. And so, I know some people going on 2-3 dates a week. Most relationships don't work out. That's just how it is. There's one relationship that works out, and that's the one that like Madison and Welch has, and the one that I have. The other ones are, you got to expect that, but it happens so frequently that I think that people start to doubt themselves a little bit.
Am I weird that I only want to concentrate on one at a time?
No, that's healthy.
Okay.
Why would that be weird?
I don't know.
I think it's weird to concentrate. When you have multiple ones that you have to, like, you need a whiteboard and like the
I have a
yarn to keep
friend,
track
yeah.
of.
I have a friend. She went through a
That's not
divorce.
good.
and-
That's not healthy.
Yeah. Okay. If
If you can't even keep it straight, you gotta, need flashcards or something.
Right.
Find one you like and stick with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's kind of how I think. All right. What's point number 3, Marty?
3, I'm really interested in this one. We are becoming even more narcissistic. It seems like by the day, and people feel like they are at the center of the universe. And here's a good example of that. I see it when people share ideas, especially around politics. They're so sure that they're right and someone else doesn't have a point of view. And when it comes into dating, they're not as willing for the give and take. You know what I mean? They don't offer as much grace to other people as maybe we should. Less willing to overlook small things in that person, which probably they have in themselves too, or things that the other person does. But this culture of narcissism seems to be accelerating right now, and it's causing trouble in not just dating relationships, but in just other, work relationships, family relationships.
I want somebody different than me.
Yeah, but how about this though? A lot of these profiles I'm hearing are saying, if you voted for Biden or if you voted for Trump, then I don't even want to talk to you. That just disqualifies you. Now, that's a very narcissistic.
I've seen that on a lot of profiles.
And if you're judging the book by the cover like that, and you're just like, well, that person likes this, there's no way, you might really be missing out on something that could be pretty great.
Yeah, right. If that's the singular quality, then you might have a problem with narcissism. That you're right all the time. Everybody else is bad. I am the good.
Well, it's not my fault. They're wrong.
Yeah.
You're listening to WWWFM Ann Arbor. So very proud to be a Cumulus station. Dr. Martin Fletcher here with your Monday Morning Jumpstart. More with Marty coming up right now. Nobody does traffic better than W4 Country. What do you got?
A little heavier on 94 westbound between 23 and State Street. A little heavier on US 12 right around 23 and right around 94, and between 94 and Wired Road. Also a little heavier traffic on 275 northbound, actually a little slower moving starting around Ford Road. That continues up past the interchange and on the southbound side right through that M14 and 96 interchange. And then 275 northbound starting around Sibley Road, you're going to see some slower moving traffic continuing up past Eureka Road on the southbound side, a little slower right around 94, and then heavier off and on down to South Huron. If you have a tip for us, 734-623-1029. Traffic is sponsored by Dell Technologies, and that's the latest from the W4 Country Traffic Center.
I haven't forgotten about the live.
I was going to say, do you want to do that?
No.
Okay.
We're already.
You want me to blow through these a little faster?
No, because I want to hold you through the second segment in the 8 o'clock hour.
Okay.
So we'll just do one the next, and then we'll do 5, and then the bonus.
Okay.
If that's okay with you.
Whatever you say. You're the boss.
Patty thinks this is a great discussion. I agree. I think more than we have time for right now, this could be discussed.
Well, next week, I already prepared for next week. I want to do why it's so tough for men, because men are behaving poorly. It's important to find out why, because I kind of feel sorry for the guys in some ways. In a lot of ways, really.
What about the girls? They got to weed through all these weirdos.
Yeah, that's my point.
Well, what about the guys? Because weirdos.
We're not weird. You're weird.
There are weirdos. Like I made sure I have deleted the hookup app. I've got Tinder's kind of a hookup app, isn't it?
No, it's definitely a hookup app.
I've got that, but I don't think I've ever talked to anybody through Tinder.
I don't think it's for talking.
Well, but I've had people like message me, and I've never messaged back through Tinder.
See. What are the apps? You've got Tinder, Hinge, Bumble.
Bumble.
What's Bumble like? Is that a hookup?
No, it's pretty chill.
More of a dating one.
Yeah.
So Hinge and Bumble, if you're serious.
Gave me huge anxiety to go with any of these apps, though. I did not like them.
So what I liked about Bumble is that, you're swiping. If you both swipe right on each other, it matches you, but the woman has to initiate the conversation.
Hate that. Hated it.
You did?
I hated it. I don't want to initiate conversation.
Because nobody knows how to start.
Yeah.
Right. So why do I have to start?
Sup?
That's what I mean. Hi. Now it's your turn. Go.
But then people, you could tell they copied and pasted their profile from another dating app because it was a woman. It would say, "Have any questions? Just ask." It's like,
yeah, that's not going to work.
You have to start.
Well, once it's opened, you can ask questions.
Well, sure, but that was like all it said,
Well, so much communication is nonverbal too. And so you how do you get to even know if you're interested just with a picture and text?
Right. And that's not enough. Like, I'm more than a picture. If you see me, I'm not an overly attractive guy, but I got a lot going for me.
Hey, you're the one who said that, not anybody else.
Yeah. Come on. That's mean. We're 3 good looking guys.
But I agree. I don't think you can judge someone by a picture.
No, not at all.
Especially because guys don't know how to take pictures of themselves.
Not only that, I met some good-looking people that are just assholes.
I should.
Hey, good morning. 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. I hope your Monday's going well so far. You've found the Breakfast with Bubba show with Bubba and Madison Raleigh.
Good morning. Sunny skies today. Highs in the mid 80s.
You're listening to WWWFM Ann Arbor. So very proud to be Cumulus Station. You found the morning show that makes you feel good. All right, back with you.
I should start a service where if guys need a profile picture for their dating app.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Because that's probably your best shot. You know what I mean? Like that first impression visually is
good quality photo.
It's worth putting some money into.
Should we take some updated photos of you?
How about this though?
Because I'm not actively seeking anything.
You just said you're still on the other apps.
Well, I still have them on my phone. I can't tell you the last time I was on them.
Oh.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Have you seen you see the picture, you say, hey, attractive. You go out and you meet them, and that picture's from like 10 years ago.
Every picture is totally unrepresentative. Even my pictures are totally unrepresentative because I get the ones that don't show the bags under my eyes. You get enough,
but there's
lighting and you don't have bags under your eyes, and I have bags under my eyes.
But there's a matter of degree because that's nothing. I'm talking about you can't find him in the restaurant because he looks so different.
Yeah.
From the picture.
Have you run into that, Madison?
There was one that I went on a couple of years ago, and it was I knew he was like the only person sitting. We met on a patio downtown, and he was one of the only people sitting on the patio, and he was sitting by himself. So I knew for sure that was him, and he did look like the photo, but he was also about 5 feet tall, which I was not expecting. He definitely looked a lot taller in his photos.
But does that turn you against the person?
No, it was just a little bit of a surprise. I'm short. Guys are not normally shorter than me.
Where's the rest of you?
Hold on, though. There's some interesting research on that, too. Let me put it this way. It's so rare to see a shorter guy with a taller woman that it gets our attention. It's like 1 in 75 or something like that in the one study I looked at.
Wow.
So there's something kind of hardwired in, I think, to say, it's symbolic for a man to be taller. My short friends, guys, are married to women who are shorter than them. But it's very rare to see a taller woman with a shorter guy. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm just saying that's just kind of how it is. And I have heard of several women say he was just too short, and that's sad. Ooh.
I also think he was on the wrong app because in person, it seemed like he would have been interested in not women.
Oh,
it's very weird.
Yeah, he sees.
So like cats or
yeah. Yep, sure. Oh, Katie says she surprisingly met her boyfriend on Tinder. See, there are success stories.
Yes. It's a numbers game.
Yeah. And then Jeremy brings up a good question. What has The Bachelor and Bachelorette done with the dating scene?
It's helped it because they watch it together. I know a lot of people who watch it together.
No, but he's like, when we see that type of dating.
Because if everybody's like, well, I deserve 30 people, vying for my attention.
Right.
Yeah, that is kind of that narcissism.
Speed dating thing.
I don't want 30 people vying for me.
It's hard to manage, isn't it?
You would love the attention, though.
No, I don't.
No, because 30 is not enough.
Everybody likes that attention. I mean, it's nice when maybe 30 is too many, but it's nice when you know that someone out there is interested, or a couple people. If it's a good feeling, especially when you're going through a rough patch, that's nice. Nobody can say that's not nice.
I think our culture is very superficial. That's what I think.
Yeah. I miss being able to meet people at the grocery store or bar or.
Well, people are different.
Another human being at the grocery store.
I think in general, people are more attractive when they're animated and they look better than their picture. Let's put it that way. Because haven't you seen that some people, at first you're not attracted to them. You get to know them a little bit and then they become more beautiful.
Stanza.
Oh, I think personality weighs in a lot.
But it changes how we perceive their physical characteristics.
Absolutely.
And some people, like women, and men probably, but women like carry themselves in a way that's just very, it helps their looks.
I don't like dating apps.
what's the alternative these days? Like in college, you've got like, tens of thousands of people around your age that are, available to some degree. I
That's what I'm
mean,
saying. How do you meet somebody? You don't go to the bar or whatever anymore to meet people. Do
well,
people do
that's the bonus tip. We'll talk about it on the bonus tip.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Just get to know one of your coworkers.
Right.
How did you two meet? Brian?
An entire major morning show.
Oh, who's the disruption?
We didn't actually meet on the morning show.
Yeah, no, I heard the story. It's a
True.
good story.
Where did you meet?
We met at Faster Horses, actually.
Oh,
the
that's right.
first
When you were at
time.
the
Yeah.
other station, right?
Yeah. We met through work, but
Yeah.
we didn't remember that. And we probably met when I was in Detroit.
Trust me, if
But we don't know for
you
sure.
met him at Faster Horses, he was in a miserable mood.
Oh, I
that
know he
day.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
I was
heard
there.
the story.
I know he
completely cop
was.
to that. Yeah.
I thought he was a big, giant jerk.
Small in stature, giant in attitude.
Mhm.
I was just trying to be nice.
Is it okay to go into it without any agenda, Marty? Like I had somebody over for dinner Saturday that, if it ends up friends, great. If it ends up more, great. Does that make sense?
I think that's healthy.
Is
That's-
that healthy?
Yeah, it's healthy.
You don't have like crazy expectations that nobody can ever meet.
But then there's the other side of it is like you want to balance that with, look, I'm going to disqualify you if I want a relationship. Maybe we'll just be friends, but I'm going to disqualify you as a potential partner, long term. So people know what they want. Like, look, are you serious or not?
Yeah. Stand by real quick. 102.9 W4 Country. We're the station that hasn't forgotten our roots. Listen, you'll hear the difference. Here's one from way back. All right.
Kim says she met her husband at work.
That happened. Yeah.
It turned out pretty well. And here's one. Do people go on blind dates anymore? Like not like you met them on an app or the
Mhm.
website or whatever, but like you had
Yeah.
friends, maybe mutual
Somebody
friends
sets
hook
you
you
up.
up. Yeah. Does that happen anymore?
Yeah. I got married from a blind date.
You did?
Kathy was a blind date. Yeah.
You had friends set you up?
My mom.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
How did your mom know Kathy?
Yeah.
Kathy was her supervisor at work.
Oh,
So it had the work connection too. And then
look at this.
I met
Lots
her
of people meeting
together.
people at work. If you're in it together, as long as you
Yeah.
can work together.
Right.
But she's an example because she's 28 of she made sure I was serious too. I had to wait for like 6 weeks.
Like, it's just, I hope that
Just like Sam Hunt. Took me like 6 weeks.
I hope we arrive at the same point at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, let's pursue this, or
Well, at some point you have a little,
I think we are. I
like
think we're
a-
pursuing it. Like, it's it's the next
Well,
thing that's
sure.
planned. But
but just not having like crazy expectations, I think is
Right.
is fine.
I have
Which-
no expectations.
At some
anymore.
point, you do have to define the relationship talk.
Yeah.
Right?
At the
The-
church
the
I used to go
DTR.
to, it was the DTR, and it was just a dreaded
Yeah.
phrase.
And you have to know what you want too, because that hookup culture, I know what they want. They want superficial, loveless, parcheesi.
I don't want to.
And if you want that, that's fine. I have no judgment on it.
I'm not a hookup guy. It's bad for my brain.
It's lonely, you know
It
that.
messes with you though.
It does
Yeah,
mess
I
with you,
understand
yeah.
that.
Mhm.
I think it makes us more lonely.
All right, stand by. .9 W4 Country and Martina McBride. My baby loves me. 8:14 in the Breakfast with Bubba show in the morning with Bubba and Madison Rally.
Good morning.
We have Brian Welch with the forecast.
Sunny again, highs in the upper 80s.
Hope you had a great weekend. Welcome to your Monday. We'll get you through it. We have Dr. Martin Fletcher here from Renew Hope Counseling, the Shepherd and the Shrink podcast, and he's here every Monday with your Monday morning jumpstart. Today, He's talking about why modern dating is so difficult. Number one, we live in a hookup culture. Number two, there are a lot of emotional ups and downs. Number three, we're more narcissistic every day as a society. Marty, what's point number four?
You may be too picky or too perfectionistic, and you may not know that either.
I get into a lot of people's ways.
Yeah. So take a look at why you're walking away from that and why you're disinterested, and know that it's because, and I'm not saying don't have standards, but relationships a negotiation. But because these apps make it so easy, I think that the first sign of something, then you go, okay, well, I have other options. Whereas before you didn't have as many options, and you'd be more encouraged to kind of wait it out and see if you can negotiate something.
And you might find something really special that way too, if you're not just nitpicking everything at the start.
It's just what my suggestion is: don't be so picky.
Well, you should have. Here's what I think.
I'm speaking of mine, actually.
You should have some. Look, you should have some deal. Make a list if you need to, but have some like deal breakers, nice to have, need to haves. You know what I mean? And then evaluate the person according to that.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, and I think it goes back to a previous point that there's a wealth of options on all those apps, and so to say if there's something, a little bit of friction or even lack of interest, it's like, I'll just move on to the next one. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't do that.
I don't.
I'm not saying you specifically.
Okay,
I'm saying in general, don't do that.
More with Dr. Marty coming up. Let's take a quick check on your traffic right now. Madison's got that.
94 running smoothly right now. So is 23. No problems to report on 96 and 52 and 14 looking good. A little heavier traffic on US 12 right around 23 and on Michigan Avenue right through downtown Saline, and US 12 between 94 and Wired Road. You might see a little heavier traffic through there. 275 northbound. We are seeing heavier traffic off and on starting around Sibley Road that continues up past the airport. On the southbound side, starting around 94, continues all the way down to South Huron. And then right through Ford Road on the northbound side of 275, you're going to see a little heavier traffic. And then as you approach the 96-23 interchange and the southbound side right through there as well. If you have a tip for us, 734-623-1029. That's the latest from the W4 Country Traffic Center.
If you're skeptical about weight loss programs, I understand it. I have been skeptical of pretty much every one that I've ever been presented, including Ideal You when they first presented it to me. But let me tell you, I lost 14 pounds in the first 10 days, one shirt size, one pant size. That tends to get rid of the skepticism pretty quickly.
It does. It does. It really does come off that quickly. In my first 10 days, I lost 12 pounds. I'm getting on the scale every single day and seeing results. You can do it too, up to 40 pounds in 40 days. And right now they have that slim summer sale going on. But book it today. They're going to give you $200 in free groceries when you sign up for the program. Plus, you get that free body composition analysis. But don't wait, because that's going to go away very soon, and you will miss out on that $200 in free groceries.
Absolutely. Head over to idealu.us and find out more information. And if you have a passion for nutrition and helping people, Ideal You is looking for weight loss coaches, and you can find out more information on the position and the hiring at idealu.us. Head over there right now. Results may vary based on physical health and adherence to program. No weight loss or health guarantees are provided or implied. All righty. What's going on W4 TV? Our viewership is kind of low this morning.
It is
How many?
40.
40.
We did so well when it was just the McKenna cam when we were off the air.
Right.
I wonder if that was people trying to figure out where we were, what was happening.
You can still see McKenna.
You know what, Brian Welch, I used to kind of not make fun of it, but I thought, like, what's with these kittens and stuff like that? But I think that's probably a good thing. I mean, people are looking for respite on air, for just show me something innocent. Just show me something sweet.
That's what I'm here for.
I tell you what, my
that's what I'm talking about.
Personal social media, the things that get the most reactions are McKenna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like anything I put McKenna, like,
That's what everybody loves to see.
yeah, she got like 1,200 likes.
It's so much better than all of the like negative,
Yes.
judgmental, just
Argumentative.
right. Yeah.
Zachary, I hope you're okay.
What happened to Zachary?
He's listening from the hospital.
Oh no,
What's going on?
I like the way you spell your name, Zachary.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Different.
Zakari.
Yes. Sounds like a Star Trek villain. when you say it like that.
Sounds like a Star Trek race. That's a
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
Okay, Marty, we'll play this song and then we'll get 5 in the bonus. And then
Okay, sure.
Okay, song underway.
And Sharna said, "Thank you so much for today's show." I
Hmm.
feel like this is probably something a lot of people have on their minds.
You know, tune in next week. You'll figure out why the guys are so. What's a nice word?
Weird.
No.
Wang centric.
What? Says everybody tries to put a C in his name.
No, it's been so weird. Like after 24 years of not dating and then dating, it's
Mhm. How so? Like, what's the biggest surprise?
like the apps just, some of them are just downright aggressive on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of any of the apps, and the last time I dated, they didn't really exist, so I never dealt with them until recently.
That's how I am.
Yeah.
It's become the norm, hasn't it? Like if you say dating, do people think immediately apps?
I would think so.
I think so, probably now. Yeah.
I wouldn't know how else to meet someone.
That's
But
scary.
it freaked me out because I would have a conversation with somebody and then they would say, "Okay, let's meet," and then I couldn't do it. Just shut it down. The app goes away, it gets deleted from my phone. I don't even respond. Just gave me huge anxiety.
I've met a couple, and one has continued to be positive, and one was just like, "No, thank you." But the one that was like, "No, thank you," was like no eye contact, and
It's like a definite no.
Yeah.
Like, this is not going to work.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think you got to give it a fair shake. But if you meet in person and like it's just not going to work, that's
Super
it's
nice.
okay to say like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I just don't think that there's the spark.
Super
whatever.
nice. I don't think it was a bad person. I just
It's not going to be compatible."
I need a little confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Sharna says, "I refuse to use an app."
I wonder
How
why.
do you meet people then?
Yeah,
Sharon?
that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Like, if you're watching, and this could include apps, but how do you meet people? What apps do you use? Are there websites that you're in, like you like more than others, or how do you meet people?
Yeah, that doesn't involve
Or
electronics.
do you have friends or family members, making suggestions for you? Do you trust friends or family members?
Right.
I don't think they should be
Are
involved.
there like singles nights at places still?
Oh, that's interesting. Have you heard of that book Bowling Alone, I think it's called, where the social scientist is just looking at just how fragmented the society is and how little contact we have face to face, and people are doing these hobbies by themselves. So they're bowling just as much, but they go by themselves.
That's
Well,
kind of a bummer.
I've been doing more stuff by myself, and you know what? I like it. Like yesterday,
I
I
don't
just had
mind
a
doing things by myself.
totally kickback day. I was alone all day. I mean, I was chatting with people on text, but it was a good day. And that's totally different for me. Like
I was
6 months
thinking
ago,
that.
that would have been like a day.
Yeah, it's a sign of health. Someone who can enjoy solitude, that's a sign of health.
Katie says, "Not dating, but Bumble also has a BFF portion just for girls to meet friends." Yeah, I tried that too. It also gave me big anxiety.
Let me tell you, I went the BFF thing, and I got it was not a BFF thing.
No?
No, because I was like, I'm a guy looking for friends and you check male or female, and
Yeah.
I got a lot
Are
of.
you sure you were looking at the right section?
I was. I got some Wang pictures.
Oh man. Ah!
102.9 W4 Country Rascal Flats. Life is a highway. 824. Thank you for listening on your Monday. We appreciate it. We appreciate you making us your most listened to radio station. And we'll do our best to keep it going here as long as we can. We're with Dr. Martin Fletcher from Renew Hope Counseling, the Shepherd and the Shrink podcast, and he's actually the therapist to Madison,
Yep.
to Welch,
Correct.
and to me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God for HIPAA, the secrets that he knows. We're talking about why dating is so hard, why modern dating is so hard. Number one, we live in a hookup culture. Number two, emotional ups and downs. Number three, we're more narcissistic every single day. Number four, you may be too picky. What's point number five, Marty?
This is what we've been talking about. You just aren't getting out into the community. People don't know where to go. So, being open to meeting friends of friends would be one strategy to get off of the electronics and meeting people in the flesh. A hobby is a great thing because generally we get to know people when there's a shared goal or interest. So, to find something, I don't know, there are all sorts of classes and things that you can take. I mean, a lot of people in college you met through class, right? Because you sat next to them, you saw them every day, you got this sense of familiarity with them, then you start talking to them, and also push yourself to be social. I have to push myself to be social because, you get tired and things like that. So I think about the payoff and don't decline invitations to get out, around more people.
Yeah, I joined a group on Facebook a few months ago of actually airline employees looking for
people who like to travel.
It's called non-rev singles because when airline employees fly, it's called non-revving. Because I figured these are the only people that travel as much as I do.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
I think I would fit into that group.
Yeah,
I met it.
And you haven't?
No, not at all.
How about AA? Just start going to AA. No, you're not supposed to date in AA.
Oh, you're not.
They discourage that.
I could probably benefit from that too. All right, what's our bonus today, Marty?
Okay, you might be too independent. Like we like our schedules, or at least it's familiar to us. And when we break out of those, our routines and habits, oftentimes we'll expect someone to adjust to our routines and our habits. And so we want to be flexible. And look, most processing is done subconsciously. So it's not that you're making the decision, well, I want my independence, but you may be behaving as if, right? So, be flexible in how you adjust to new rhythms and.
Yeah, like I'm asked on dates, like a frequent things, what are your retirement plans? And I don't want to go in with hard and fast, this is it, because
things are ever changing, aren't they?
Things ever change, and the next person will influence what my retirement plans are.
Sure.
Yes, I get it.
Thank you, Marty. Appreciate it.
Hey, you're welcome.
Enjoy talking to you every single Monday here with the Monday Morning Jumpstart. He'll be back next week. Find him at the Shepherd of the Shrink podcast, Renew Hope Counseling, and stick around. We've got your news coming up next right here. 102.9 W4 Country. I shut my microphone off too early. I got button happy, started pushing buttons. Marty, let me know when you want to walk or have or meet, and
let's do that soon. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll check my schedule.
I'm out there pretty much every day with the pooch.
Good. I'll tag along.
Cool.
Okay. Take care, all. Nice seeing you.
Bye. See ya. Bye-bye.